correctly predict your opponent's dodge, it's devastating. We're going into game 1 here on Small Enigma, and opening it up, Phazon finds the first weapons, immediately tosses them into Wrench's face, and Phazon looking for these neutralites. Wrenched finds himself off stage with the guitars, and he might be comfortable there. Nice Sarah into side lane, and the D-Light already, the strings are starting out here, and Phazon's yet to find any of those moves to start off some hurt on the Wrenched. But there's the D-Light, and that's what we're talking about. The chase dodge neutral into a neutral light there, wasn't able to find it, and now looking for these openings, most likely with downlights on the
Yeah, it's interesting that he went for the downlight into the chase dodge dare instead of the downlight into the side light. That is an option when your opponent is at white health. There's the neutral layers coming out. Now these aren't X-pivoted yet. You'll see the X-pivot nair off of the neutral light, which is the one he just did, that kind of 2 little pop move. But you're seeing Wrench come in with the downlight. He still is holding onto the damage lead.
I love that pivot neutral light into pivot nair, being able to send his opponent above him. Ooh, looking for that side stick, gets punished by a nice neutral light from Phazon. There's the nair attempt, but Wrench is actually able to stop Phazon out from that signature there. Nice side light, catching him out of his recovery. I'm liking these nair coverages, but both players they're trading so evenly. Whoever gets the first stock here, it's going to be a huge deal unless they're able to even up immediately. Phazon's doing such a great job of catching Wrench out of all of his moves with his neutral lights. It kind of grabs your opponent with the first shot, and the neutral sig kills him off the top.
Now this is where Phazon will kind of adopt a Lucian player's perspective. Specifically Lucian players in the past, you'll see them kill a lot with that side air. You're able to do a lot of in-air movement with the side air because of that high movement speed coming out of Lucian, but also an extremely solid signature kit. The neutral signature hitting right at that 45-degree angle, which is where a lot of Qatar players will try to initiate on top of you.
I like that Sarah from Wrench, though. He's going to try to stop Phazon from recovering. Goes off really early with a downer, tries to look for 2 downers, but instead allows Phazon to get back. But Phazon wants to take this battle off stage, recognizing that a little bit of an advantage with his stock, but he gets hit by a Sarah, and the down air will do it. Phazon actually manages to dodge back to the stage. I did not realize that he was that conservative with this jump. Sometimes you can get hit out of a jump, but if you're careful and you know you're about to get hit, you can make it back, but the neutral sig manages to even it up, regardless of the fact that Phazon was able to recover there. Excellent diagonal dodge, still loses that stock from the neutral sig. I'm loving these neutral lights to be able to cover the landings. Good side light. Phazon doing so much pivot work with these guns here to be able to put on the damage on the Wrench. Nair's covering up his head, that area directly above him. Not a lot of moves in Brawlhalla function like that way in guns.
And he's also using dares really well as well, which is going to cover right below you, which is where Wrench might initiate with the downlights.
Was able to find that recovery, chained all the hits to be on and put a decent amount of damage with a neutral sig from Wrench. He has an opportunity for a gimp here with a Nair Stare. Instead, Phazon manages to recover safely, just waits with the slide charge neutral sig, similar to what we saw from Koslik's doing with his down sigs. Doesn't manage to connect, but that would have been able to spike Phazon there. Now Wrench back to center stage, avoids that down air, and an excellent signature to be able to send Phazon off stage. Will he get the down air? No, goes for the GC downlight and misses out. Phazon manages to recover. Once again, the GC down sig does not hit, and Wrench sending Phazon off stage over and over again. Down air doesn't connect. Neither of them are finding these offstage opportunities, and it's keeping the game really, really close.
Here's the neutral air coming out from Wrench. Phazon is just going to hard ground pound back onto the stage, getting back there possibly as fast as he wanted to. Very quickly coming out. That side air, the weapon toss is going to follow it up. Is Phazon, oh, that clash. He needed that clash to finish off the stock. A hit or the clash there would send Phazon down far enough. That hit did give Phazon another jump, but his dodge was still on cooldown. That air dodge cooldown being around 2.7 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in a game, that can mean life or death for sure.
In a fighter, that feels like an eternity.
Okay. Absolutely.
But he manages to find the second neutral sig kill, and he evens up 1-1. He didn't take too much damage off that either, but Wrench is immediately not scared of his opponent, going in unarmed, not even waiting for a weapon spot. There's the down air, and he waits him out. Nice neutral air to be able to get a little bit more damage. Wrench isn't going for a lot of immediate combos. He's trying to go for these hard reads, but Phazon is showing him that might not be the best idea as he finds sidelight after sidelight. I'm loving these downers from Phazon. His movement's insane. GC, downlight into X-pivot, neutral air, trying to put the hurt onto Wrench. Wrench, however, finding the guitar string. There's a downer, no D-light follow-up. Phazon manages to get that Sarah to get back onto the stage. Oh, neutral sig misses, and Wrench punishes with that down sig. Wrench now picking up the sword, looking for some sort of punish, and the ground pound. Excellent ground pound. Wow.
Now he was using the dash to get into closer to the stage. You saw Phazon was kind of being a little bit careful with his recovery options. Wrench was staying far back on the stage, not right on the corner. You're seeing some coaching coming in here from Tiffany, and you see Creed there right in the middle. I think he has a timer going to make sure that Tiffany stays on the clock. You do have a limited amount of time to coach a partner.
It's nice of Creed being the honorary timer.
Of course, yeah.
Get him so diligent. But yeah, they're going into it right now. I'm wondering if he's going to be thinking about switching to Legend. I don't think so. I know Phazon only likes to play Lucian in singles, and I think Wrench is going to be sticking to his Asura here. That was very close. That was like, he got the hard read of the century there with that ground pound, being able to, because he didn't go, a lot of their offstage exchanges led to nobody getting hit and getting back onto stage. So being able to find that, especially in the last stock, is a big deal. But this isn't a best of 3. You have a lot of time to work with in this best of 5. Phazon still has a game or 2 to go before he's truly out. And we're going to be going into game number 2 here, back into Small Enigma. We're going for the run back here. And Phazon finds the guitars as the first weapon and then denies Wrenched.
Nice read.
Wrenched picks it up at the expense of his, oh no, Phazon's beneath the stage, manages to get the recovery. That downer and grab was really scary. Goes for a sider, Wrenched, dodges out of the way. Both players just fighting off the side of the stage. Phazon finally takes a little bit of a breather, holds on to center. He's looking for a way in with these dash jumps and found that recovery, puts Wrenched into orange.
Wrench is going to toss his weapon down. He's going to actually go over and pick up Katars. Looks like he wanted to ditch the sword to go Katar against Katar versus Phazon here. The neutral signature trying to catch Wrench in the air like Phazon has done so many times, but Wrench staying grounded. He's going to avoid it.
Ooh, I'm liking these neutral lights. Silent to be able to punish. He waited out to see if there's a dodge, get that down light recovery in, and now he's got the damage even back up. Phazon diving forward with that down air. Side stick does not hit, and Wrench tries to punish with his own down stick. Phazon off the stage. I'm loving these spot dodges in the air from Wrench, and the sider gets Phazon. Can he make it back? The recovery just hits the tip of Small Enigma. Phazon doing such a great job of recovering on this stage in dire situations, and now punishes that down stick. Wrench going for a hard jump read, and instead gets punished by that recovery. Both players now in kill percent. Who's going to be able to find this first signature to take the first stock? They're both really scared to be able to go and take the first opportunity. Side stick, however, goes unpunished. Phazon going for a similar ground pound.
Exactly. He went for the exact same thing that Wrench killed him with last game. He doesn't find it, though. Wrench was probably ready for it. The immediate punish there. A lot of times you'll see Lucian's going for the down signature right over the edge.
Oh, no, this guitar string.
Bringing him to the half pipe, up, down, left, and right, all over that little area, completely getting the dodge and just stringing him to his heart's content. He has Phazon in orange at this point, and you're seeing Phazon glued to that ground.
I'm liking that neutral light coming up from Phazon, but Phazon, he needs to get the KO. There's the down stick, barely KOs. Lucian's force is not the highest, so he needs to do a little bit more damage to be able to get these KOs. So that down stick, luckily, at that angle, was able to find the stock, but he's still taking a considerable amount of damage. He might be able to return his own guitar string onto Wrench, however, similarly to how Phazon got stringed in the beginning of the stock, and he's finding these little hits. That side stick, however, a little risky, and he gets punished by a neutral light. Oh, he has him off stage then there! Is Wrench in trouble? Side air hits him into the stage. Can Wrench make it back? He can. He got all of his jumps back from the wall touched, was able to recover off the other side, and now he's just waiting patiently for a weapon to spawn. He doesn't want to take any risks. Never mind. Neutral comes out, and a down stick just barely misses out.
Phazon has Wrenched on the edge. There's the down signature. He waited, it seemed like, for an eternity for Wrench to feel like he was safe. The recovery from both of these players, though, getting back when it seems like they're all out of options. Wrench happening to read in the wrong direction, doesn't get the spacing there. Phazon playing extremely careful at this point, staying so far back from Wrenched.
I'm surprised he didn't try to go for a deeper edge guard there with that down stick. As the down stick from Wrench comes out, it gives him a flag taunt to show his confidence. But like, if you have your opponent in orange and you get a hard down stick read like that, you need to take the risk to take out that stock, because otherwise you end up in the position that Phazon's in right now, down to stock and working very hard to be able to get this kill confirm onto Wrench here. He's taking damage, waiting for weapon to spawn. Side light, neutral light. Wrench does a double jump in, but a hard ground pound read coming out from Phazon into an unarmed Sarah. He now has the guns, goes for the recovery, doesn't hit, nair punishes, and he gets the side sig. Doubles him up with those shots, sends him the other direction, similarly to Hattori's side stick that we saw earlier with the booming on the sword.
Yes.
How the mechanic works.
Now Phazon has taken some serious damage here. He is in the orange at this point. Wrench completely fresh on his final stock. There's a neutral light. Oh my gosh, the neutral light from Phazon is well coming out, but Wrench was able to get over it with the neutral signature. There's the pop, pop, pop. There's some more shots coming out from Phazon. He's trying to come in. Oh, what's the punish? He doesn't find what he wanted onto Wrench there. The neutral light procking Phazon into kill percent at this point.
I like the idea with the down light because it would have led him to confirmed more damage, but he wasn't able to get that connection. And now he's got to be careful. Those exclamation points coming up are indicating how close he is to slipping off the wall and falling to his death. You can't hold the wall that long in Brawlhalla. And now going for that ground pound, he tried to go for a cheeky early kill. Is Wrench going to go for a ground pound himself? He does, but that's risky. The weapon toss hits him. He's got to be careful. He manages to recover back to the stage. Wrench probably should just go back and get a weapon if he wants to be careful right there. That's the one chance that Phazon has. Oh, he dodges early to be able to get out of the way, and Sarah actually manages to get him that chase dodge back to recover. Phazon has an opportunity to take this game number 2 here as Wrench has to get back onto the stage. Downer punishes into side light. Ground pound does not quite hit. Wrench finds the guitars. He gets a neutral light. Will he go for the recovery punish? It's in the wrong direction, and Phazon hits the neutral sig. It gets the KO. Phazon Phazon takes game 2. Wrench looking dominant the entire time, but once he got off stage, it almost like it put the fear into Wrench there, as Phazon was actually able to take game 2 with an excellent neutral sig read. That's the first time we saw him use neutral sig on guitars the entire set.
Yeah, Phazon doing such a great job coming back when he was at the deficit there. You're seeing his 2v2 teammate, Lil Cap, coming up.
Who's also in top 8.
Who's also in top 8. So this is possibly coaching his future competition, but they are homeboys to the death. 2 teammates here. Lil Cap coming up. Now, just a little nugget of information. Lil Cap made it to top 12 in Tekken yesterday. Like, he was on the main stage playing
so he's
Tekken.
playing in all different kinds of fighting games.
So, yeah.
Let's see. This is definitely the one that he's been doing the best in.
Of course.
It's cool to know that he's got, maybe there's something to say about the transferable skills between games, because while Tekken isn't a 2D platformer in the sense of Brawlhalla, it's still a fighting game. But the coaching seems to be done, and the legends are staying the same. We're going to game 3 here, and this already can't not be a 3-0 because we're 1-1.
Yes.
It's looking very even between these players. I'm wondering if we're going to see a mix-up in the stage. They've been to Small Enigma twice now. They're leaving it open. It's likely that we're going to go there a 3rd time if they don't want to favor Mammoth Fortress.
There's still Small Thunder Guard on the table as well.
True.
We've seen both players actually go underneath the stage, underneath Small Enigma, all the way to the other side to stay safe. Thunder Guard allows you to do that as well, plus it also has that middle area to give you a little bit of respite. But we are not going to that or Small Enigma. We're going to Mammoth Fortress, one of the most prolific maps in tournament, in singles. A lot of players just feel really comfortable on this map.
It's a simple flat stage, but it has enough variation to be able to allow you to do some really sick outplays if you're careful and understand how the platform works. You can see the little platform on the left of Mammoth there. It rises like it's doing now, and it swaps from right to left, similarly to Smashville if you're familiar with Smash, being on Dreamhack Smash as we are right now. But we're into this game number 3, and a nice side stick coming up from Phazon to even up the damage. I like that Nair, catches the landing, tries to find him with the downlight, and Wrenched, finding these side lights, is able to get that chase dodge in with the downlight, puts Phazon into the orange, but this guitar battle is just going back and forth.
Double recoveries coming out from Phazon here. The nice nairs coming out. They're trading blow for blow at this point. Phazon's a little bit behind.
He gets that Sair. Wrench uses his dodge in place. There's an opportunity for Phazon there to try to go for an unarmed ground pound, but he decides against it, and the recovery gets punished by a neutral there. Phazon's looking for these rising nairs, maybe something to put Wrench to, but he gets punished with a nice down sig from Wrench to off that whipped neutral sig. And Phazon manages to touch.
That's a big slap.
He does touch, but the weapon toss catches him in the middle of that recovery. Phazon going for a huge risk, tries to recover, gets stopped out by that weapon toss, and Wrench takes the lead in this game number 3. Phazon has an opportunity, maybe if he gets a neutral sig, that down sig from the unarmed, swirling those legs back and forth to be able to send him off stage, isn't going to KO just yet, and now he's getting hit by downlight after downlight. Phazon needs to find this kill confirm here. Yeah,
Wrench just procced into kill percent at this point. Phazon's going to have to find possibly a signature at this point or a gun recovery up high. He's trying to fish with this side signature. There's a nice downer. Gets the neutral sig read the other direction, and that is going to kill. That's the second one he's found. That's the second one for the kill as well.
Lucian neutral sig on guitar is excellent for reading jumps or falling into it, is able to catch you out and send you out in whatever direction that you're facing. Phazon now with the guns, however, toss the guitars away. Nice neutral airs to be able to stop out any downers or ground pounds. Wrench might be trying off the side of the stage. GC downlight into recovery, puts on a ton of damage on the Wrench, evening things up once again. That sword gets lobbed up high, doesn't manage to connect, and Wrench is looking for the guitar strings once again. Phazon trying to keep him at bay with his guns. Nice side air to punish that side stick, but a Nair catches him as he tries to jump past. Neutral light catches him. It kind of acts like almost like as a grab in a sense, but a down tick comes out and Phazon gets sent off the side of the stage. Is Wrench going to get that ground pound? No. Dodge is doing the ground pound from Phazon. Can Wrench make it back? He has a dodge? No. That's it. Wrench is actually hard punished, greedily going for that ground pound there. Phazon returning the flag taunt, saying, now I have the lead. You have to work to come back. And a nice sidelight into Nair recovery. Manages to put on so much damage on the Wrench before he can find a weapon. Phazon's looking like he's going to be taking this game 3, but the ground pound returned. Will Wrench throw the similar flag taunt? No, he's a little bit more realistic about how close this game is now.
Phazon coming in almost fresh on this stock. Has Wrench very close to orange at this point. Wrench doing a great job of keeping Phazon weapon starved here. Oh, taking him off stage. Phazon's going to dodge right through the ground pound, but you see Phazon again trying to capitalize like he did last time when he hit the unarmed ground pound to punish Wrench's ground pound.
He didn't want to risk trying to recover back to that wall. One of the benefits is that if you keep your jumps, you can recover to the other side of the stage. He goes in for a side stick there, Wrenched, trying to find some starter with the D-lights, the neutral lights coming up from the sword. Finds a side light into the hard neutral sig read.
It's that 45-degree force vector angle that's going to send you Phazon down and to the right. Big option coming out of Wrench. That's the only neutral signature we saw from him that game. So he was just kind of pulling that out in the end, throwing it out. That was the wild card mix-up.
And what a great mix-up that was, because Phazon was in the lead after that ground pound read, but Wrench was unfazed. And he was able to take that game at number 3. He's now got a 2-1 lead. One more game will keep him into the loser side of top 8. This is match point here for Phazon, because if he loses this, he's out. He's in 7th place.
Yep. And Wrench seems like he's looking pretty confident here. You saw Tiffany come up just for a little bit of maybe words of wisdom or maybe a little bit of encouragement, but you're seeing sort of a smile on Wrenched face right now. On the other side, Phazon looking calm, cool, and collected. You're seeing him chewing that gum. He's thinking about what he's going to do in this match, but I think Wrenched is feeling pretty good right now.
And we're looking at the maps once again. Mammoth actually banned out, and that makes sense, I think, because Phazon was having a little bit of success in Small Enigma. And he doesn't want to go back there again, as Wrench is able to select the stages. And that's the closest thing I think we're going to be getting. Wrench decides to go back to Small Enigma. The first 2 games were played here, as we're going to be going into game number 4. Legends are still the same. Weapon spawn goes in the favor of Phazon as he finds a neutral light, catching that Sair. Nice Nair, 2 Nairs. Wrench just being carried around all over the top of the platforms, not allowed to land on the bottom of the stage. That downer trying to catch him as he picks up the guitars, but Wrench manages to do it without getting hit. But these neutral airs from Phazon are putting on a ton of hurt.
Wrench is not finding the damage that he needs to contest with Phazon right now. Another neutral light coming out from Phazon. You see him waiting. He doesn't follow up with the Nair. He wants to get the dodge from Wrench. He wants to put him on that dodge cooldown at 2.7 seconds rather than the grounded dodge cooldown, which is a lot shorter. There's the big ground pound. Ooh, Phazon gonna fake going under. You saw Wrench start to go up and go the other side. This could be the big gimp option. It's the GC neutral sig. That is going to be a huge kill for Wrench.
With the ultimate style points there, saying, I don't need a ground pound, I don't need a dare, I'm going to grab you. With the gravity cancel, just like the risk there that he took, he uses his dodge to be able to perform those gravity cancels, and he gets it back if he lands it. So that's how confident he was when he had Phazon off stage, and now Phazon is significantly behind. He has to get an insane guitar string here. He's looking for these down air openings, dashes back, nice neutral light, but no recovery, and Wrench is returning the hits. Neutral light comes out, the Ensic catches him out of a jump. Does Phazon have the ground pound, the down air, something? No, Wrench makes it back, and the down tick does not connect.
Oh, he's charging it up. Phazon's going to get the gravity cancel neutral signature to punish, but Wrench is not in kill percent. It was on the right side, sitting to the left. He finds that recovery, though, trying to stay even here, trying to do everything he can to keep himself alive in this game, in this set, and in this tournament.
And surprisingly, Phazon hasn't taken too much damage yet. He finds the guns, which is what he got the most of his damage off in that earlier stop. He's finding these Nairs, trying to put down air to cover Wrench, but Wrench is able to pick up these weapons very quickly as he's traveling along. But that recovery sends him pretty high, and you gotta be...
Oh, he's trying to pick up another one.
You gotta be scared. If you're... It doesn't matter how damaged you are. If you're carried up by gun recovery once or twice, you're gonna get killed off the top no matter what percent you're in. And Wrench has to be very respectful of that. And now going in for that neutral, so gets caught by that neutral light out of the down air. Wrench is taking a decent amount of damage. Phazon is so strong when he has these guns, and he's able to set the pace of the game. He keeps catching these approaches of the neutral light, but Wrench finally gets in off stage. Phazon trying to catch him with the last hit of that down light. Wrench needs to get back on the stage here before the wall slip begins to happen. Nice D-light, waits at the dodge, but no punish. Phazon trying to find a side light, maybe a neutral light, put Wrench the kill percent with the down, so he reads the jump, and he takes the lead once again. This is the last stock for Phazon. He needs to get this win, otherwise he's out of the tournament.
He's looking to find the weapon. It's going to be Guitars here, though. He's definitely had more success this game. Wrench, you're not seeing him go on the edge. He's careful of taking a side air, possibly taking a neutral signature like we saw gravity canceled earlier. Wrench has this lead. He wants to hold on to this lead, and he wants to win this as clean as possible. He doesn't want these big risks because that will even up the stocks at this point. And Phazon isn't super damaged on his final stock, so that would all but even up the health as well. He's finding this damage. Neutral light into the D-light, into the recovery. There's another neutral light.
He tries to go for an Ensic read to read Wrench going through the platform to try to punish him, but Wrench is wary of it. He gets that recovery, and it's looking like it's going to be a 2-stock for Wrench at this point. Dodges out of the way, Phazon manages to find that downer. Guns come out, interrupts whatever attempt, whatever move Phazon was going for. A fully charged neutral stick goes unpunished by Phazon there. He had an opportunity for a side stick, but Phazon was just so scared of it. There's the neutral light. Chase dodges forward, finds nothing, tosses the weapon. He's just trying to keep Wrench denied. No side stick connection. Wrench dashing back, trying to find the neutral light. Nair sends him off. Phazon needs the stock, and then maybe he can go for an offstage gimp. Weapon toss comes out. He's going to look for a D-light recovery. No. Puts out the neutral stick, and Wrench just kicks him in the face.
Even though Phazon had the weapon advantage for so long, he was putting so much respect on a Wrench. That was a little bit greedy coming out from Wrench.
You know how cool it would have been if it hit.
It would have.
But he kept going. The Asuri side stick's a little unique because the longer that you hold it, the farther that you run, rather than the stronger the move is.
You can't do it ad infinitum, though.
That's true. That is true. It has a duration, and he goes all the way to the very end of that duration, and Phazon was able to side stick, but it doesn't matter. Down stick comes out. Wrench is able to take that game 3-1. Wrench moves on into loser's bracket, and Phazon is out at 7th place. But a great showing from him, nonetheless, making it to top 8. And our next top 8 match is going to be coming up. It's going to be Atrophius versus Little Cap. Little Cap, the player that was coming up, giving some coaching.